It is inevitable that the pandemic has changed the way that we have purchased globally. Everyone is sama juga locked down, all right? And we are all stuck at home, and business have to think harder on how we have to brace through this storm. But e-commerce has provided endless possibility. We don't want you to limit yourself to only just Sabah, 3.6 million population, or in Malaysia where you have 32.7 million population. Think about the endless possibilities that we have. We have over 183 million buyers globally who are actively browsing for new items to purchase from eBay. Now is the time for you to go global. There's been no better period in the history of mankind. To tell you more about that, ladies and gentlemen, the head of business development and sellers growth, Mr. Tam Yong Shen, who has been working with over 200 SMEs from Southeast Asia for international exports and is a strong believer in equipping you, the SMEs, with necessary knowledge and capabilities to go global. So over to you, Yong Shen.
Thanks, Daniel. Right. This is the topic of my session today, connecting Sabah to the world. Of course, go global with DHL and eBay. Very big thank you, to our partners DHL to have been able to, be with us today to do this session. And we all know that it's tough on you guys, attendees right on the call today. It's the first day of MCO right here in Malaysia. But like what Daniel said, right, it's all about actually taking this crisis and turning it into opportunities. We have seen so many SMEs, right? While they are actually affected by this COVID pandemic, they've actually turned this opportunity, right? And COVID has been with us for over a year, and many of the people around the globe are stuck at home, just like you and me. And they have actually tapped this opportunity, to start to buy a lot of things online, right? And a lot of SMEs have actually started to tap on it. So today, what I'll do is I will actually be sharing on 5 main topics. First off, actually an introduction to who eBay is, what eBay is all about, so that you understand how you can tap on this possible platform to go global. Second thing, it's the category opportunities for Malaysian businesses right here at home. We actually have opportunities that you and I may not know about. The third thing, it's how do you grow and scale your business on eBay? And fourth thing, it's managed seller programs. We do actually have got hand-holding and education programs. From a team based right here in Malaysia. So while eBay is an American company, we actually have localized teams to help the businesses in this part of the world, because we realized that we noticed that every country is different, every region is different. We need to be here for you. And last off, we'll be ending off with how do you actually get started, your business on eBay. So a quick introduction. eBay was founded 25 years ago with this very simple mission. To connect millions of buyers and sellers around the world, and ultimately creating economic opportunity, right? Whether it's jobs or livelihood, allowing merchants to put dough and bread on your table, right? Till today, 25 years later, that remains the same, and that is our mission. And some of you guys may know eBay 25 years ago, where we actually was founded as kind of a used goods and an auction site. Maybe similar to what people know today in our region, like Lelong, kind of like a way of actually buying and selling. But today we are talking about eBay being a truly global platform, 1.6 billion in live listings. We're talking about close to 80% of the products sold are brand new. 90% of them sold are fixed price. So gone are the days of auction and used goods. And we are talking about a reach of 183 million active buyers and a reach of more than 190 countries. So just imagine one platform and one action, where you put a listing on. Some of you may be familiar on putting your listing on a local platform in Malaysia. You can just do that same action on eBay and you can reach 190 countries. So that is the scale that we're talking about when we talk about eBay today. And we're talking about global reach like no other, right? In Malaysia, eBay businesses, we have, a lot of them who are exporting to the world right now. Just in Malaysia alone, we have 9,000 Malaysian sellers. And 77% of them actually sell outside of Malaysia. So, the Malaysia export agencies and economy agencies really love us, because we are the, go-to export enabling e-commerce platform. And just some interesting statistic, the top Malaysian seller generates $34 million in annual GMV just on eBay alone. So that is that scale that you can potentially get on eBay. So you may have this in your mind, right? What makes eBay so different? So the first thing is that eBay is a seller-only platform in the sense that we do not compete with you, and we only win when you succeed, right? We do not have first-party inventory where we actually source and buy and then sell, directly, from us, right? So we only work with sellers like yourself to sell. The second thing is that we have got fairly friendly policies. For now, what when you sell, what you need to do is that you need to have a PayPal account, and that acts as your collecting wallet. Um, and once you actually sell an item, before you ship an item out, the money is already in your PayPal account, right? So that is a positive, super positive cash flow. And also, you are free to decide your ship from location and shipping method, right? Say, let's say your item it's small, light, and fairly low price. You can choose to ship in a more economic method. If it's actually, of course, high priced, which I think most of our items are more than $50 US, you can ship via an expedited shipping. And let's say your items is in Sabah, you can ship from Sabah. Your items are in like Kuala Lumpur, you can ship from Kuala Lumpur. We do not have a specific main date where you need to ship only from a certain location. That's entirely up to you. And the third, and of course, one of the most important things is actually local support. We provide local customer service 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Malaysia time, and we run localized programs, right, to help you grow, right? And a webinar like this is just one of the localized programs that we run. And if you are already on board with us, or you're going to join us, you're going to be able to see a lot more. So if I can just use one sentence to summarize what eBay is all about, and why you should even consider starting on eBay or scaling on eBay. This is a quote from one of our VIP sellers in Malaysia. He said this: if the right product is sold at the right time, you have people making purchases day and night from different continents. In a day, you will have people in Australia buying from you, in the afternoon from Europe, and of course at night when you're sleeping, people in the States are buying from you. And of course, again, that's the beauty of a global platform. So going to some, thing closer to us, right? Category opportunities. Let me first tell you about what kind of product actually sells on eBay, right? Something, as small, as light as something that we're so familiar with buying and selling on an e-commerce platform, like a watch sells on eBay, of course, as well. Cell phone, electronic sells as well. But something that, may be a bit new to us, right? Like sports trading card. This is one of the largest category exporting from Malaysia. And something as big and as bulky as a car or truck part also sells very well on eBay. In fact, eBay is the #1 automotive parts and accessories marketplace in the world, right? And from Malaysia itself, we have got lots of sellers, whether selling tail lights, selling rims, or selling motorbike helmets and parts, right, on eBay, right? So to sum it all, eBay enables global trade across all weight and size profiles, small, big, bulky, all of this actually are sold on eBay. Bringing it closer to Malaysia itself, let's talk about some unique inventory that we have in our country. I think first is automotive parts and accessories. I've actually talked a little bit about it just now already. Just to elaborate a little bit here, from my internal eBay automotive experts, I learned that camshaft, connecting rods, engine mounting, a lot of this are actually made or value added in Malaysia. So we have got significant price advantages here. The second thing is health and beauty, things like Tongkat Ali, weight management, probiotic, vitamin cream. A lot of this is actually made in Malaysia as well. In fact, a lot of the big brand names around the world, they actually work with manufacturers, factories in Malaysia, right, to OEM the products for them. The third thing, home and living. We all know Malaysia, we have a lot of wood, right, wood products, home furniture, home accessories and mattresses, and all these are unique inventory that we can sell on eBay. Business and industrial equipment, electrical test equipment. Some of you may not be too familiar with this, but a lot of this actually are resold, from Malaysia itself. Toys and hobbies, cars, trains, diecast toys, also made in Malaysia. If you guys don't know, Hot Wheels, a lot of their model cars are actually made in Malaysia. And of course, last but definitely not the least, sporting goods, right? Sneakers, sports shoes, golf. And I think earlier in the video that what my colleagues played at the start, right? We actually featured one of the top golf sellers in Malaysia. So to give you a bit more insights to successful eBay sellers from Southeast Asia, these are 4 key profiles that have actually done fairly well with us in 2020. In fact, they have rode on the pandemic wave and actually, multiplied their business by several times. Right. The first one would be Techwear, a brand owner of gaming peripherals. Second would be Cosmo Living, manufacturer of wooden furniture. Third is Ho Chuan Watches. They are brick and mortar of watches. Driven Bikers are a reseller of automotive parts and accessories. So I think one of the key message I want all of us to take home from this slide is that whether you are a brand owner, manufacturer, retailer, or a reseller, there is an opportunity, for you to go global and make your business big. So growing and scaling your business on eBay, right? How do you actually go about doing it? So through an interview with actually our large merchants, they have actually summarized it into 4 main things that all sellers will need to do. First thing is to, of course, find your competitive advantage. Understand why buyers globally want to buy a product, and know who your target audiences are, and of course have competitive pricing. Second and third is learn the optimized listing best practices. As with every e-commerce platform, there is always a specific way that you need to list to ensure that your visibility is maximized, right? The third thing is to, of course, digitize your products and find a scalable approach to listing, right? You do not want to have a situation whereby once your product sells very well, you are kind of hit a bottleneck where you do not have enough manpower resources to ensure that you have more SKU, more products actually coming on board. And last but definitely not the least is to find a reliable shipping provider that can help you ship fast. And I cannot emphasize this enough. It's a full end-to-end track and trace, right? There are some sellers who ask me, right, can I use a partial track solution? But my response to that would be that you are actually hoping that your product will reach the buyer, and there will always be this chance that your items may get lost along the way, right? And you will end up having to refund the buyer, and that is actually not a buyer experience that you want to deliver. So again, ship fast and full end-to-end track and trace. So I'll be talking a bit more in details about the first 3 points, and our colleagues from DHL will be elaborating more on the last point. So on eBay, we have generally classify our buyers into 2 types. One is treasure hunters and the other is hobbies. So treasure hunters, generally, they are looking for items that are latest products at new releases at competitive prices, right? That's the first type of products they are looking for. Second is they're looking for great bargains at significant markdown to regular price. So just now I talked about industrial equipment. So on screen, you see actually a microscope. So we actually have a lot of sellers in Malaysia. They're selling some of this used, I would say, close to new kind of industrial product. They are selling at a markdown, right? And while some people actually consider them as trash or not in good working condition anymore, these are actually very well valued in another part of the world. And the third thing that these treasure hunters they're looking for is amazing alternatives of what we call functionally equivalent products. So you can imagine there are a lot of buyers around the world, right, who want to buy maybe a Dyson equivalent, right, but they cannot afford it, or they want a red iPhone, right, but maybe they cannot afford the new ones, right? So they actually buy refurb, or they buy functionally equivalent in the sense that their hairdryer can blow the same amount of wind and the same amount of speed, but at a different brand, right? So a lot of our buyers actually sellers focus on those. In hobbies, they are looking for the most unique items. Fishing, as an example, we have a lot of fishing enthusiasts that are shopping for products from eBay, and a lot of them are surprisingly buying from Malaysia. They definitely know what they're looking for, which is why automotive parts and accessories, they come to eBay just by inputting their make, model of their car. They will be able to search the specific, let's say, tail light or bumper or spoiler specific for their car. And of course, they're looking for also limited edition or rare finds, right? Like things like sneakers fountain pen, trading cards, collectible card games. These do very well on our platform as well, right? So hopefully this allows you to understand, what kind of buyers are on eBay, and also allow you to understand whether your products would sell, or if you do not have a suitable product now, how do you go about, sourcing a suitable product for sale on eBay? Okay, having understood, the buyer profiles, the next thing that you really need to know is how do you actually go about listing, right? For listing best practices, there are essentially two things for you to know. One is relevance, where actually eBay decides whether your product is relevant to buyers' search keywords, and ranking. So in relevance, there's just three things for you to remember. List in the right category, in the right catalog, with use specific keywords, as many of them in your title. eBay gives you 80 characters, so maximize that. Of course, item specifics, and that is eBay's version of structured data, where you put things like, for instance, a brand, sizing, unique product code in there, so that eBay is able to better recognize and catalog your product to buyer searches. So after deciding kind of your product is relevant, eBay ranks them. So when you comes to ranking, there are only two main components that you need to know. One is actually pre-transaction, which happens before you sell an item. We always recommend sellers to offer free shipping, to accept returns, have as many images as possible. Fun fact is that more than 60% of the transactions today on eBay happens through the mobile. And you can imagine on mobile, people do not want to read anymore. So they like to swipe left and swipe right to look at your images, right? So the more the images, the better you can describe your product through images, the higher chances of conversion. And I will not elaborate much on this, like competitive pricing. That's kind of almost a given, right? After you have sold the item, eBay actually looks at your account and looks at your listings. And eBay prioritizes based on the history of your listings, right? Do you have good impressions, views, sold items, and conversion? And whether you actually ship, as per your promised handling time, and whether you use fully tracked shipping. So eBay uses this from a seller, experience perspective to actually rank and decide your ranking on eBay. So, you might think that, to do that, that's quite a fair bit of work, but fret not, we have got tools to facilitate both your listing and shipping. Just to a very brief introduction, we have eBay Seller Hub. That's a centralized portal for selling on eBay that allows you to create and edit listings in bulk, manage orders, etc. And of course, do marketing and promotion as well, right? After you have got your first batch of listings loaded on eBay, we have got eBay Mag, which is a platform to manage your listings across international sites. So I did mention that, on eBay, you can have one listing and already sell to more than 190 countries. But there will always be countries where they are not English speaking, right? For instance, Germany, right? They may not, fully comprehend and understand what you're selling if you're only listing on ebay.com. So we also recommend that you also list on ebay.de, which is our German site. And then the next question you may ask me is that, does it mean that I need to have a translator, right, in-house to help me? So don't worry about that. We actually have got this platform called eBay Mag that allows you to translate listings, right, and also port over your listings to the eBay German site automatically, right, just with a few clicks, right? So and again, that's free. And after you have actually listed and sold your first item, we have got this CPaaS called the Southeast Asia Parcel Shipping Solution. It allows you to print labels, DHL Express labels, DHL e-commerce labels, and also schedule for pickup, right? And also upload your tracking numbers, and of course, view your tracking information end to end, right? So that's what our tools are able to help you do. So now that you have actually understood some of the key best practices that you really need to do when you come aboard eBay, let me run through the eBay Managed Seller Programs. So I understand on the call today, some of you may already be selling on eBay. Some of you may be entirely new to eBay. So on eBay, we actually have got a step-up education and handholding managed seller programs that handholds you from zero all the way to a VIP or $1 million seller, right? So today, if let's say you are already selling on eBay, right? If you hit $10,000 in value, you will be entitled to a Power Seller Account Manager. If you hit $100,000 in value, you have a high value account manager, and of course you hit 1 million, you have a VIP account manager. So how do we actually help you get there if let's say you are not there yet, right? We have this new business seller program that actually manages you for 12 months, and hopefully at the end of these 12 months, we target for you to hit at least $10,000 in that 12 months, right? So how do you actually participate in that, right? Our requirements are that you are registered as a business with SSM, you have inventory on hand suitable for sales on eBay, we have a minimum of 50 SKUs, and of course, commit at least one personnel to attend trainings and sell full-time on eBay. So right at the bottom is a brief on the benefits that you'll get, ranging from higher selling limits for you to get started as a business, dedicated account manager, preferential shipping rates, insights, educational webinars, and of course, very important, seller incentives that to help you boost and get your business started. So how do you get started? Of course, prepare the following documents: business registration cert, the SSM, colored copy personal ID, and a recent utility bill and bank statement. And to get started, we have got account managers to help you get started if you meet the requirements I've just set out earlier. Hanif actually focuses on the following categories, ranging from baby, books, business and industrial, all the way to sporting goods. And Ryan handles automotive parts and accessories, all the way down to toys and hobbies and home and garden, right? So we have got their phone numbers on screen. If you find it a hassle to type it, we have got the QR codes there as well. You can scan the QR code, bring you right to WhatsApp, and you can write to them immediately, right? So again, if you're ready to sell as a business, contact your personalized account manager to get started. With that, that brings me to the end of my session. I'm going to hand it back to Daniel.
All right, guys.